Well, hello, Midlife Love Mastery members. I'm your host, Jonathan Aslay, and I'm so excited to be shooting this short video for you today. It's a morning cup of Jonathan, and today we have the Got Jonathan mug, Got Jonathan mug that was gifted to me by one of our members. Sweet of her. And also we have our I've Got Your Back t-shirt, and you can see that there's a back missing, and anyway, you get the gist of it. Okay, our topic today, how men view commitment before sex. Now, here's the thing, it's not uncommon these days that very little discussion, or almost no discussion, about commitment happens before sex. And recently, one of our members was sharing a bit about an experience where she had a man who she had gone out with, I believe, 4 times, and it was the 5th date, and it got very amorous, and she put on the brakes with him, saying good things are worth waiting for, and so forth and so on. So I want to lean into this conversation because there's an old saying, men find love through sex and women give sex through love. So there's kind of a discord. And I think in today's world, we used to live in a time where you literally had to get married before you could have sex. So there was this huge ultimate commitment that happened before sex. Now, I think sex is part of the decision-making process to commitment. I think it's just part of how we evaluate a person is, are we compatible on a sexual level? But this can get really tricky because once you're intimate and sexual with someone, emotions get involved, and it can be kind of chaotic if you've invested your heart and emotions with someone who doesn't want commitment. So I think our member was very valid in sharing her concern. Now, I'll be candid with you. I don't like the phrase, good things are worth the wait or something. I just don't think I think that's a turn off. It would turn me off if someone said that to me, because it's as if they're in control of my life, and that I don't appreciate. So, and that's just how I'm taking it. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying that's how I view it. So I have a different approach I'd like everyone to consider, and that is the following. Now, I'm a full believer that if you're going to have sex with someone more than once, then that sex should be monogamous. In other words, that monogamy is part of the sexual experience when you're exploring a relationship with someone. And that once you begin to be intimate with someone, that exploration of a relationship is exclusive. In other words, it's not dating other people. So I'm a big proponent of monogamy and exclusivity as part of the sexual experience. Commitment, the word itself, there's a lot associated with that. So I think before we use the word commitment, I think we should really get clear on what that means. And I believe that the first baseline of commitment is monogamy and exclusivity. Now, as a relationship begins to form, there are different layers of commitment that can happen. In other words, are you committed to going to company Christmas parties together or holiday parties? Are you committed to investing in each other's family and friends? Are you committed into investing in each other's financial lives? I mean, there's all different layers of commitment, but the word commitment is so big that a lot of times fledgling relationships might not reach that level, because what we're really trying to say in the beginning stages is monogamy and exclusivity. So here's my invitation for everyone to approach the sex conversation in relationship to commitment. And it would be something like this. If you're talking to a guy, Tim, I just want you to know I really am enjoying our time together. You're a really fantastic person. I can feel that we have chemistry together. We even have sexual chemistry together. And something I'd like you to know about me is that when I begin a sexual or intimate relationship with someone, I am both monogamous and exclusive, meaning I don't sleep with anyone else and I don't date anyone else the minute I begin to have sex with someone. And I'd like to know how you operate. And that's the invitation for allowing them to express how they operate in relationship. Because a relationship is an exploration, okay? It's exploring whether or not you want to get to commitment, and what those layers of commitment look like takes time as you're in the getting to know someone phase. So what I think would be more beneficial is to ask someone, how do they operate in the sense of monogamy and exclusivity as you're building layers of commitment? And start asking yourself, what do those layers of commitment look like to you? It's not about, getting married right away. I mean, what does it look like over time? Layers of commitment. Is it, like I said, going to company functions together? Is it going on trips together? Is it spending time with family and friends? Is it maybe going to workshops together? Maybe it's commingling finances together a little bit and having those serious conversations about how money plays a role in relationship. And then eventually it's recognizing if you have good conflict resolution skills with one another. I could go on and on and on and on, but you get the gist of where I'm going. Okay. How do men view commitment? I think I'd say take the word commitment off the table and use the word monogamy and exclusivity. And because the word commitment is so big, it might scare someone off when they're absolutely fine being monogamous and exclusive in the early stages of dating. That's my invitation. Give it a shot. Tell me how it works out for you. All right. Tell me what you think of this. Post a comment if you think this is full of shit. If there was value here, I want to hear about it. Let's get a conversation going about monogamy, exclusivity, and commitment. As always, if you find value in the group, please tell your friends about Midlife Love Mastery. Send them to my website, jonathan.aslay.com. Have them click the group coaching button so they can join our fantastic group. And I'm going to sign off this video as I always do, giving you a big, gigantic Jonathan Bear hug if I have your consent. Aw, thank you. Wishing you a wonderful day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.